Oh my god. Make a clip of that?
No shit.
Right there, smoothly in down the back straightaway. 3 car lengths separating. Big send on the inside. Kyle Terzak up the racetrack. Contact between the two, and it's going to be Braxton DeWeese winning here at Nashville. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the WD Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Winston Deal, and we are live once again with the Leave the Pack iRacing League after a 2-week break, but we are back here with the LTP Modified Series at the Indianapolis Raceway Park, my home track. So this is going to be a fun one for me to call and a fun one for you guys to watch. These guys have practiced for an hour, and we have 21 modifieds on the property here tonight. All 21 drivers will start the feature. And it is now time to qualify here at IRP. Looking forward to an exciting night of action here. This track races very well. We saw an exciting race in the first season of the Street Stock Showdown here at IRP. And the winner of that race was none other than this man right here, the driver of the number 14 machine. He's got Chestnut Hill on the side of that race car. Coleman Designs. The driver that calls Murfreesboro, Tennessee home. This is Justin Coleman. Coleman first lap time, a 20.73. Right now sitting at the top of the board. 6 drivers have taken time so far. We'll see what he can do on lap number 2 across the stripe right there. Picks it up a little bit, a 20.65 for Coleman on that second lap. These guys are given 3 laps of qualifying here. Brandon Elvis, though, jumps up just a little bit quicker, a 20.60, and right as I say that, Kyle Odanik jumps up to the top spot. Justin Coleman, lap number 3, goes to the top of the board, a 20.59, and as I say that, Brandon Elvis knocks him off the top spot and goes a 20.48. So that'll put Elvis on top for now. We'll see where he stacks up at the end of qualifying. Next driver on the racetrack in the number 76 machine, one of 2 Canadian drivers here in the Leave the Pack iRacing League with Cookin' Cars Racing and Limeade Media on that race car. Out of Ontario, Canada, this is Brady Cox. Cox, lap number 1, puts him 11th quick with a 20.74. We'll see if he can pick up the pace here this second time around. We've seen everybody so far go faster on those second laps. As right now, Brandon Elvis still sitting at the top of the board. James Pileski jumps up to the top, or jumps up to the second spot on his 3rd lap. Cox, second time around, a little bit slower. He'll try and pick up the pace on this 3rd and final lap here. As we jump over to the driver of the number 29 machine out of Oakland, Maine, the Whitney Automotive and Coleman Designs number 29 machine. This is Zach Murphy. Murphy went to victory lane in both of the preseason races here in the Leave the Pack Modified Series. And he'll go to the 2nd spot on his 2nd time around. He's got one more shot at it here to see if he can put the 29 on the top of the board. Through turns 3 and 4, he's going to come out of the corner and to see the checkered flag. Final lap time for Murphy. And he'll go to the top spot, a 20.44. Murphy in the 29 machine goes to the top of the board. Final driver completing their qualifying efforts. The number 38 machine of Grayson Spillers comes across the line to the checkered flag. And he'll go at 21.22. 21st quick as of right now. Shotgun on the field. And I believe that concludes everybody's qualifying efforts. And you see the left side of your screen, very close times throughout the top 10. But Zach Murphy going to pick up the pole here tonight. Murphy was your fast qualifier last time we raced at New Smyrna. He went on to finish that race in the 12th spot. Did not have the best of runs at New Smyrna. Your pole sitter in week number 1. Pole sitter in week number 1 was Carter Russo, who is your current points leader coming into tonight's race. He's got 29 points over second place Connor Lee. Lee picking up some nice qualifying points in the 5th spot. But we're going to grab a word real quick from our fast qualifier here tonight, Zach Murphy. See if we can't get him up into the broadcast booth. Zach Murphy, fast qualifier up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy? Alrighty, Zach. Well, quick time here tonight. 20.44 to Elvis's 4.8. Very close between the two of you guys. 50 laps here. You're going to be rolling off 4th after the redraw. What can you do to put this 29 machine on top at the end of 50 laps?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing's going to be patience tonight. Not a long race, but the track usually has multiple grooves and usually tends to work up to the wall. So just got to be patient and, pick your spots and hopefully move up a couple, and be talking to you from the winner's circle.
Yeah, definitely a lot of speed out of the 29 machine here tonight. You qualified fast time at New Smyrna the last time we raced a couple weeks ago. Ended up finishing in the 12th spot. A little bit of a tangle there in that race, but I'm confident that you'll be able to get the 29 machine in the right spot here tonight. You had a lot of speed all of preseason. Drove that car from, I think, 11th on the grid at North Wilkesboro, and went on to win that race. And that was a little bit shorter of a race than this. So definitely a lot of speed in the 29 machine. You're going to be rolling off 4th. We wish you luck, Zach.
Yeah, thanks. Hope we can put it all together tonight. It's kind of been a rough start to the season, so hopefully we can show some speed and be talking to you later on.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
Alrighty, folks. That was your fast qualifier here tonight. Zach Murphy in the 29. We do have a B feature right now. And we have 5 cars scheduled to go. All 5 of these drivers will advance through to the A main event, but they are going to get an extra practice session here in the B. On the pole, it's going to be the number 8 machine of Trey Ashworth, with Scott Bryant in the 83 to his outside. Back behind them in row number 2, it's going to be Kyle Schmitz in the 19 and Wade Enyart in the 210 in the 4th spot. And rounding out the field in the 5th position, it's going to be Grayson Spillers in the 38. So 5 cars going to the feature. So the field going to get the 1 to go signal here. An 8-lap B feature event. These guys have just under 10 minutes. But they get the white flag right there. Hopefully we can see a prelude to tonight's 50-lapper here. I am very excited about this race here at IRP. My home track in iRacing terms. The closest one to me. I've actually been here many, many times watching CRA Late Model Sportsman and Super Series competition. This track definitely races very, very well. As Zach Murphy said, there's a lot of different lanes that you can make work. We'll see what happens in tonight's B feature as they work their way into the restart zone. The green is up and the green is out. We're underway. Into turns 1 and 2, Scott Bryant got the early jump right there, but here comes Trey Ashworth on the bottom. He's going to surge ahead on the bottom of turns 1 and 2, but here comes Bryant back up on the top side. That tends to be the preferred groove here at IRP. They drive hard into turns 3 and 4, bumper to bumper. Bryant way up on the top side trying to carry that momentum. Ashworth going to lead lap 1 but just by a fender. Into 1 and 2 right there, side by side, still not. Nobody able to get clear, and Ashworth slides to the bottom side of the racetrack. We will continue on, green flag. Tough break for Trey Ashworth right there. There was contact off of the corner. And 6 laps to go. The caution flag not going to come out after that one. Here comes Kyle Schmitz making a challenge to the inside. Schmitz down low, Bryant way up top. Really using that wall to push off of the corner. And he is able to hold the advantage for now. Here comes Grayson Spillers in the 38 machine to the top side. Into turns 3 and 4 they go. Schmidt's able to get ahead in the 19. As they work their way off of the corner, Scott Bryant continues to hold the lead. Through turns 1 and 2 that time. Kyle Schmidt's trying to make that bottom side work. Very tough to do, but my personal favorite line to run here at IRP is kind of drive it in high and cut that car off low and get the best run you can off the corner. That tends to be the way to go, but as far as saving tires go, you want to ride that outside wall and just make people pass you on the bottom. It's very difficult to pass here at IRP, and we're going to see that all night long. As into turns 3 and 4, the popsicle stick's going to be up this time. 2 laps to go here in the B feature. Scott Bryant sees the 2 to go with Kyle Schmidt's right there on his back bumper. Into 1 and 2, just a car length separating the 2. Schmidt's trying to pull that car down off of the corner and get that straight run off. Through turns 3 and 4, the white flag going to be up this time by. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go for Scott Bryant, trying to pick up the victory in the B feature here tonight. Into 1 and 2 for the final time. They work their way down the back straightaway, just a car length separating the 2 as they work their way into turns 3 and 4. Does Kyle Schmidt's have anything left? Looked like he might have had a run there on the bottom, but Scott Bryant going to come out of turns 3 and 4 and pick up the victory in tonight's B feature. Kyle Schmidt's comes home second. Grayson Spillers ends up third. Wade Enyart fourth, and Trey Ashworth comes home fifth after that trouble down the back straightaway. And we'll see if we can't grab a word from our B feature winner, Scott Bryant. Scott Bryant, up in the broadcast booth, you got a copy?
Yes.
Alrighty, well, took the victory there in that B feature. Didn't really count towards anything. All 5 of you guys were going to the feature regardless of the outcome, but it's always nice to have that little extra practice in there before the A main event. How are you feeling going into tonight's 50-lapper?
Got a long ways to go to the front, but I'm glad to be in it.
Yeah, definitely always fun to be a part of the show. I believe you're going to be rolling off in the 17th place spot after your B feature victory, so hopefully you can have some success in this race and work your way towards the front. But nonetheless, congratulations, Scott, on the B feature victory, and we wish you luck here in the A.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, folks, that was Scott Bryant, driver of the number 83 machine. And now the warm-up session is underway. These guys have about 3 minutes to get those cars dialed in, figure out their final adjustments. We are on a fixed setup, but they can change a couple things such as brake bias and your steering ratio and the offset of the steering, just to get yourself more comfortable in the car. But we'll see who can take the top spot in the warm-up. Coming into this evening, as I mentioned earlier on, Carter Russo on top of the point standings, just 29 points ahead of Connor Lee. Bryson Myers sitting in the 3rd spot, not able to make it tonight, unfortunately. Justin Coleman sitting in the 12th position. Only 1 start for Coleman. Or sorry, 2 starts for Coleman this season. 1 top 5 and a top 10 to go with that as well. He's about 48 points back from the top spot. Caleb Thompson currently sitting in the 5th spot in points. 32, sorry, more than 32. I think it's 36 drivers have completed laps here this season. So we've got a lot of competition here in the Lead the Pack Modified division. We'll look at the camera down the back straightaway here and try to get a view of what is going on. This is going to be one of our many camera angles that we're going to be having some fun with here tonight. Love the backstretch camera here at IRP. You can really see those cars come off the corner with the speed that they carry. As you can see, everybody kind of up off that bottom groove, but a little bit lower than what I would have expected coming out of turns 1 and 2. Check the front straightaway here and see what's going on there. as we've got about 8 seconds left here in the warm-up session. Folks in the chat below, if you're watching, cheering on a driver here, I want to know who you're cheering on and how you got to the WD Broadcasting Network. As I know these guys go back and watch these races when they compete in them. It's always fun to see who is cheering for who and who I've got in the chat below. And it is now time for tonight's 50-lap event. The invert was a 4, so that is going to put none other than James Pileski on the top of the board. At the start of this one, the 93 machine will roll off from the pole. He'll have Brady Cox in the 76 to his outside. Brandon Elvis in the 54 machine going to roll off from the 3rd spot. Zach Murphy, your fast qualifier here tonight, going to roll off 4th. Connor Lee in the 18 going to start 5th, and he'll have Kyle Odanik in the 21 to his outside. Jesse Binkley in the 25 machine going to roll off 7th next to Carter Russo in the 21, your points leader. Justin Coleman in the 14 going to roll off 9th. And rounding out your top 10 in the starting field is going to be Caleb Thompson in the 04. Back behind them, it'll be Noah Comer in the 7 machine starting 11th. And rounding out row number 6, it will be Dalton Creech in the 36. And back behind them, concluding our field, Adam Fulford in the 13th spot in the number 71. He'll have Caden Binkley in the 98 to his outside. Jacob Merrill in the 14 going to roll off 15th, with Lewis Flowers in the 62 starting 16th. Scott Bryant, your B feature winner here tonight, going to roll off 17th in the 83. And then it's Kyle Schmitz in the 19 to his outside starting 18th. Grayson Spillers in the 38 will roll off 19th. And Wade Enyart rounds out row number 10 in the 210 machine. He'll start 20th. And rounding out our field, shotgun on the field, it's going to be the number 8 of Trey Ashworth. Tough break for the 38 machine of Grayson Spillers. I don't think he was able to get out on track in time, so he'll miss the start of this one. But the white flag has been given to these drivers. We are going to see the green flag this time by... We've got Philip down in the chat below cheering on Jesse Binkley. He starts 7th in this one. We'll see where he can, or what he can do in this 50-lap main event. But as the field works their way into turns 3 and 4, the pace car makes that hard left turn down pit road, and we are going to get set and ready for 50 laps of action here in the return of the Leave the Pack iRacing League. Into turns 3 and 4, they're going to wait for the drop of the green flag into the restart zone. The green is up and the green is out. We're underway at IRP. Down into turns 1 and 2, James Pileski gets a good start there on the bottom, but Brady Cox still up there on the top side, trying to make his way down the back straightaway. First time down the backstretch, it's going to be James Pileski taking the early lead. Everybody through turns 3 and 4 cleanly right there. Pileski going to lead lap number 1. Look at Brandon Elvis, though, wasting no time in the 54. He's to the bottom of Brady Cox. Cox up into the wall a little bit there. That's going to lose some ground for him. Here comes Zach Murphy, your fast qualifier, to the bottom side, challenging for 3rd. Murphy to the bottom. Looks like he's going to get around Brady Cox right there, so move your fast qualifier into the 3rd spot. Meanwhile, Connor Lee takes his stab to the inside. Ooh, a little bit of contact there. A couple cars up into the outside wall. I believe the 21 of Kyle Odanik into the outside wall. And oh, contact. Jesse Binkley in the 25 around on the back straightaway. Caleb Thompson also involved. And we got somebody up on their roof. I think that is Wade Enyart in the 210. And a big problem here on lap number 4. Big time trouble there. Jesse Binkley in the 25 was around. Kyle Schmitz with some big time damage there in the 19. Wade Enyart down pit road. Carter Russo on pit road as well. Not sure what happened there on the back straightaway. We'll take another look at the cause of that incident. But we saw Binkley around in the 25. Let's get another look at it here. It looked like the 25 of Binkley might have drove down the racetrack a little bit there. Noah Comer in the 7 machine got into the back bumper. As we'll try and get another look at what happened here. Go on board with the number 7 of Noah Comer. This is the look. They all got up into the wall in turns 1 and 2. Then there was just more and more contact right there. Looked like Binkley might have came down the racetrack right there and did not realize that the number 7 of Noah Comer was right there. And James Pileski will continue to hold this race lead after the first caution flag of the evening. Mark Keedeman down in the chat below. Stream quality is not happy. We'll try and get that figured out. Not sure what the issue could be there. Hopefully it can figure itself out throughout the event. But under caution for the first time here tonight. Big movers so far. Trey Ashworth in the 8 machine. Remember, he had that trouble early on in the B feature. Already up to the 11th spot, up 10 positions from 21st. As we will get the 1 to go signal next time by. Pileski looking like he's going to choose that outside lane. But tough break for a couple drivers. Carter Russo, your points leader, currently scored in the 21st spot, 3 laps down. A couple guys laps down after that first one. Remember, we had a couple of drivers on their lid. As the field gets the 1 to go signal, we're going to be going back green flag racing this time by. It'll be Pileski, Elvis, Murphy, and Cox, your top 4. As we work our way into turns 3 and 4, the pace car is off. Pileski and Elvis going to lead us into the restart zone. The restart zone very late in the corner here. As they get into the box, Pileski goes nice and early right there. Good start for the 93 machine. Here comes Brady Cox on the outside in the 76. Elvis, though, right back up the racetrack. Down the back straightaway they go. Look at Connor Lee to the inside of Brady Cox. Lee down low, Cox up top. No contact there. Brady Cox up into the outside wall, and he's going to go around. Coleman involved. Kyle O'Danick involved as well. And the caution flag's going to fly. Not sure what happened there. Not sure what happened there, but the caution flag going to come back out. Justin Coleman and Brady Cox made a little bit of contact there, it looked like. Try and watch on board with the number 76 of Brady Cox. Looked like there might have been a little bit of netcode there. Unfortunate thing that we have to deal with here on iRacing, but I think most of those drivers were able to pull away. Justin Coleman ended up with a smashed front end right there, though. These guys do get a fast repair, luckily, so they will be able to come down pit road and get a free new car. But the caution flag back out once again. We're going to take a quick step away here on the WD Broadcasting Network. We're going to try and get a little bit better stream quality when we come back. Be right back in just a moment. Alrighty, folks, we are back here on the WD Broadcasting Network. Hopefully we got some of that stuff figured out. Not quite sure what the issue is as far as connection goes and stream quality. We're going to try to hopefully have a good remainder of our race. Green flag is back out here. Brandon Elvis and James Pileski lead us into turns 1 and 2. They're going to be dead even into the first set of corners. Pileski going to try to roll that outside lane down the back straightaway. Into turns 3 and 4 right here. Pileski going to have the advantage by just a couple, or by just a nose there, and he will lead out of the corner, and the caution flag flies back behind. Kyle Odanik in the 21 machine looked like might have had some trouble there. Looks like there was contact there with the 221 cars. Not sure what happened there between the two. We'll try and get another look at that. Looked like going into the corner, Russo and Odanik might have had a little bit of contact. We'll try and get one more look at this on board from behind the 21. Not quite sure what the issue is here with our stream quality. I do apologize about that. But the caution flag back out once again. But the caution flag out for the third time here this evening. Pileski able to hang on to the race lead right there. And we are back under yellow. Still 18 cars on the lead lap. A couple cars multiple laps down. And Wade Enyart in the 210. 2 laps down. As the field comes around, I believe they are going to get the 1 to go signal this time by. And it will once again be James Pileski and Brandon Elvis leading us back to the green. Zach Murphy in the 3rd spot right there, your fast qualifier. As the field will get the 1 to go signal, we'll be going back green single file here. There's a rule in the Leave the Pack iRacing League that if we get consecutive caution flags, we do go single file. So the field going to come back single file on this restart. We are 21 laps in. The pace car is off. It'll be in the hands of James Pileski, Brandon Elvis, and Zach Murphy. That's your top 3. Adam Fulford in the 4th spot, and Lewis Flowers in the 62 runs 5th right now. The field gets into the restart zone. We are green, and we are back underway. Pileski down into turns 1 and 2. Everybody's single file there. Pileski going to lead the field down the back straightaway. Look a little bit further back behind. Noah Comer to the inside of Lewis Flowers, or sorry, that's Trey Ashworth rather, in the 8 machine. Comer down low trying to make the bottom side work. Barely able to get up in front of him right there. Move Noah Comer into the 6th position. Ashworth up into the wall right there. That's going to cause a stack up middle of the corner. Jacob Merrill in the 14 machine going around on the bottom side. He'll keep it pointed in the right direction, though. And the caution flag will fly. And the caution flag flies once again. 4 caution flags so far. "24 laps in. Just shy of the halfway point. Pileski still your race leader. Just set the fastest lap of the race that last time by. So definitely some pace in that 93 machine. In the field, gonna get the 1 to go signal right there. Very quick caution. Trying to get some green flag laps in here. As we line up double file once again. We were able to get a lap in there on that restart, so these guys will go double file on this restart. And it will be James Pileski and Brandon Elvis leading us into turns 3 and 4. The pace car is off. They're going to see the cross flags. We are halfway in and halfway home. Green flag is back out. We're back underway. Pileski with another good restart there. He's going to lead into turns 1 and 2. Back behind him, Connor Lee in the 18. Big sideways there. Looks like he'll hang on to that race car. Meanwhile, Zach Murphy and Adam Fulford battling for the 3rd spot. Looks like Murphy is able to pull ahead. Center of the corner. Pileski leading across the stripe that time. Here comes Brandon Elvis taking a peek to the inside. Nothing going to come from it, though. Back behind, we are nearly 3 wide down the back straightaway. Brady Cox, Jesse Binkley, Kyle Schmitz, everybody 3 wide right there. Binkley up the racetrack, going to lose a couple positions there. Here comes Justin Coleman on the bottom side, trying to make the low lane work. And the caution flag flies. And the caution flag is back out. Trouble out behind. Carter Russo in the 21 machine entering turn 3 right here. Got on the binders and around he went. Nowhere for Grayson Spillers to go. That puts us under caution for the 5th time here tonight. Pileski still your leader. We are 22 laps to go. We have 22 laps to go. And the field will see the 1 to go signal right here. Or sorry, we'll see the 1 to go signal next time by. We've got a couple drivers coming down pit road to get a little bit of damage fixed here. I do apologize once again about the stream quality. Not quite sure what the issue is. Just keeps bouncing in and out. Hopefully enough of this race is visible for you guys. But definitely an unexpected issue that I've ran into this evening. Not quite sure what the cause of it is, so that's a little bit mysterious as well. But I believe everybody is back out of the pits, and we are going to see the 1 to go signal right there. And it will be James Pileski and Brandon Elvis leading us back to the stripe once again. Zach Murphy in the 3rd spot has had a pretty good run, just has not been able to have the time to work with. Is into turns 3 and 4. Pace car is off. It'll be James Pileski and Brandon Elvis once again. Into the restart zone, coming back to 19 laps to go. Into the zone they go. Pileski goes nice and early once again. Good start there for the 93. Look back behind into turns 1 and 2 right here. Adam Fulford on the top side in the 71, trying to make his way around Zach Murphy. Murphy on the bottom side, though, trying to hold strong. He'll surge ahead into turns 3 and 4. Back behind, Trey Ashworth and Lewis Flowers battling for the 6th spot. 18 laps to go when we get across the stripe right there. Look at Noah Comer battling with Adam Fulford for 5th. Justin Coleman sitting behind Trey Ashworth and Lewis Flowers, trying to find a lane that's going to go forward here. And oh, back behind. Caution flag back out once again. Jacob Merrill and Brady Cox around on the front stretch. Not sure what happened there. It looked like Merrill went up the racetrack, lost that race car maybe. Got a little bit sideways and nowhere for Brady Cox to go. And that will bring the caution flag out once again. Tough break for Jacob Merrill there. Got a little bit loose on the top side of Brady Cox, and the caution flag will fly once again. We've got 15 laps to go when we get back across right here. Brady Cox going to bring that 76 machine down pit road. Hopefully he's able to get that car repaired. Cox down pit road. We'll see how much damage he has. It looks like he's able to get that car back out of the pits. So the field will see the 1 to go signal this time by Caden Binkley in the 98 machine, getting the lucky dog there. He's a couple laps down, unfortunately. But the field going to get the 1 to go signal. 14 to go right here. We'll send him back green with 13 laps to go. And the 1 to go signal right there. Brandon Elvis has been pretty strong underneath that 93 machine, just has not been able to get the restart he needs to get that car to the front. We'll see what happens here. As they work their way into turns 3 and 4 once again. It'll be James Pileski, Brandon Elvis, Zach Murphy, Adam Fulford, your top 4. A little bit quicker pace here this time through turns 3 and 4. Elvis surely going to try to guess that restart the best he can, but Pileski goes nice and early into the box. And he will lead down into turns 1 and 2. Ooh, Elvis, a little bit of contact there between the two. Pileski able to hang on. Elvis hangs on the bottom side, and back behind, a big mess in turn number 2. Not sure what happened there, but a big mess and a big pileup into turn number 2. We'll try and see what happened there. Looked like Lewis Flowers in the 62 machine tried to go to the bottom side. There was just not enough room there. He got hooked with Adam Fulford. Trey Ashworth went up and over the number 62. And a lot of cars involved there on the back straightaway. We'll try and grab another look at what happened. As you see Flowers right there, 3 wide with Fulford. Try and get a better look at it right here. On board with the 62 machine. Looked like him and Fulford kind of met in the middle there. The 8 machine of Ashworth out of the ballpark there. Up and over the wall. Have not seen that one before here at the Indianapolis Raceway Park. Went over the backstretch wall there. What a tough break. As we'll watch on board with the number 8 machine of Trey Ashworth, what he saw. And he goes up and over right there. And then that was the end of the replay, unfortunately. We've got 11 laps to go for 10 laps to go this time for James Pileski. The field back behind the iRacing.com pace car. We're going to let this caution flag play out. As we come out of turns 3 and 4. The field gonna get the 1 to go signal right there. James Pileski gonna line up single file with Brandon Elvis and Zach Murphy in tow. Pileski down the back straightaway right here. The pace car drops to the bottom side. We're going to send him back green with 7 to go. Hopefully we can get some green flag laps in here. As we work our way through turns 3 and 4, the field lined up on the outside wall through the restart zone. We're back underway. Brandon Elvis got a good jump there. He's going to take a peek to the bottom side of the racetrack. He'll go to the race lead in turns 1 and 2. Pileski back to second. Oh, up into the wall right there. Contact with Zach Murphy. Murphy back to 4th. Murphy got to the back bumper of Pileski after he got into the outside wall. 6 laps to go now for Brandon Elvis, new race leader. Into turns 1 and 2, back behind. Noah Comer looking to the inside of Zach Murphy there. That's for the 4th position. Here comes Justin Coleman trying to squeeze his way up top. Coleman to the outside of the 7 machine. They battle into turns 3 and 4. 5 laps to go at the stripe. 5 laps to go for Brandon Elvis. What can James Pileski do to try and get back to the top spot? He just set the fastest lap of the race right there. But is there any time left for the 54? Or sorry, the 93. 4 laps to go this time. They're bumper to bumper off of the corner. A little nudge there from Pileski. 4 more circuits for Brandon Elvis. Can he hang on? He's got James Pileski all over the back bumper. Meanwhile, for 3rd, Zach Murphy going to get around Adam Fulford there. Move him back up into the 3rd position. But all eyes right now are on your top 2. Brandon Elvis, 3 laps to go across the stripe. And the caution flag is going to fly. Brady Cox turned around on the exit of turns 3 and 4. Not sure what happened there. But into turns 3 and 4 right here. He was battling with Connor Lee. It looked like there was just a nudge in the back bumper. And the caution flag going to fly once again. That'll set us up for a green-white checkered finish. These guys have 2 attempts at it here. And we'll see what happens after that. Elvis, your race leader. Gonna bring the field back to a green-white checkered. James Pileski lost the race lead there into turns 1 and 2 on that restart. What can you do to try and get that lead back? Zach Murphy, your fast qualifier, sitting in the 3rd spot right now. Would love to get up and fight for that race lead. Adam Fulford sits 4th in the 71. Noah Comer 5th in the 7. The field going to come back around to the 1 to go signal. And we will bring them back to the first of 2 green-white checkered attempts. We'll see if we can get it done right here. But it'll be James Pileski and Brandon Elvis leading us back to the green. Elvis going to take the top side here on this restart. Not a shocker there. We've seen the top side taken on most of the restarts so far this race. As the pace car works his way into turns 3 and 4, it'll be Brandon Elvis, James Pileski one more time through the restart zone. Pileski peeking out ahead a little bit there. Elvis goes nice and early. Pileski into the left rear a little bit there. Elvis going to get it away nice and clean, but Pileski back to the 2nd spot. Meanwhile, for 3rd, Zach Murphy down the back straightaway, going to clear Adam Fulford there. Coleman into the back bumper. There was a big stack up there off of the corner, but into turns 3 and 4. White flag is going to be out. 1 more lap to go for Brandon Elvis. Does James Pileski have anything for the 54 machine as they work their way down the back straightaway for the final time? Into turns 3 and 4. 1 more time. Pileski dives it to the bottom side of the racetrack, but is it going to be enough? Through turns 3 and 4, it's going to be Brandon Elvis taking the win here at IRP. James Pileski comes home 2nd. Zach Murphy comes home 3rd. Adam Fulford 4th. Justin Coleman 5th in the 14. We're going to take a quick step away here on the WD Broadcasting Network. After that one, we're going to grab a word from our top 3 finishers when we return. But the checkered flag out here, and Brandon Elvis comes home with the race win. We'll be right back in just a moment. I'm your host, Winston Deal.
Into the fence. They're still beating and banging. And to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
All Alrighty, folks, back here on the WD Broadcasting Network, we are going to grab a word from our top 3 finishers here. Starting with our 3rd place finisher here at the Indianapolis Raceway Park, our fast qualifier we talked to earlier on. Up into the broadcast booth, Zach Murphy, you get a copy.
Oh, I got you, bud.
Alrighty, well, an eventful race here, to say the least. You started in the 4th spot, were able to work your way up into the 3rd position. How do you feel after that one?
I mean, I don't feel great, but yeah, happy to be on the podium either way. I was hoping for a little more green flag racing to show the speed we had in qualifying and practice, but that's the way she goes sometimes.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is the way it goes sometimes, like you said. Yeah, iRacing tends to have those moments sometimes, but nonetheless, still a good run for the 29 machine. You were able to steer clear of all the trouble, but yeah, who do you have to thank, Zach, for this 3rd place finish?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Justin over at Coleman Designs for the fresh wrap on the car. Got to thank the guys down at Race Room 3. Always a fun group to race with. Got to thank Winston, you, for putting on this league and the great broadcasts. And I got to thank my family for letting me come down here and do this every night.
Alrighty, well, congratulations to you, Zach, on your 3rd place. Let me try again. Congratulations to you on your 3rd place finish here tonight. And we wish you luck going forward, and hopefully we can talk to you later on this week.
Yeah, hopefully we can. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, now to talk to our 2nd place finisher up in the broadcast booth. James Pileski up in the booth, you got a copy.
Hey, Winston.
Alrighty, well, started on pole after the invert right there. You led a majority of the race, obviously a lot of restarts in there, but that one restart, Brandon Elvis was able to get to you onto the inside of turns 1 and 2, and you were close battling with him the rest of the race, just not quite enough there at the end to make that pass work.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bummer. I wish, everybody in the back could have just stopped wrecking. At some point, I felt like I had a pretty solid lead. I had turned the fastest lap. I felt like I had the fastest car. But, when you get 20 restarts, you're bound to mess up one of them. And sure enough, there I went. But hats off to Brandon. I mean, we raced hard there, and I could have probably moved him, but I wasn't, I like Brandon. I'm not going to do him dirty like that. So, what are you going to do?
Yeah, sometimes that's just the way it goes. Obviously, the 93 machine had a lot of speed here tonight. I do think you had the fastest lap of the race, so there was that speed. We saw it there late in the race. They're in that final little short green flag run, but would have liked to have seen a lot more green flag laps. I think it would have been a good run between you, Elvis, and Zach Murphy there at the end. But nonetheless, still a great 2nd place finish here tonight. Who do you have to thank, James, for a podium finish here at IRP?
Oh, well, I want to thank you, Winston, for putting this all together. And, I know today's race was a huge headache for you, as it was for the rest of us. But this is, your deal. So that was crappy, and I feel bad for you. And hopefully they get better after that. But then K-Cars, Justin Brooks Designs, BroFab, and yeah, I think that's about it.
Alrighty, well, congratulations to you, James, on your 2nd place finish here tonight, and hopefully we can talk to you later on this week, and you can have a couple more good runs.
Sounds good, buddy.
Alrighty, see you, James.
Yep.
Alrighty, folks, that was your 2nd place finisher, James Pileski. Now we're going to try and grab a word from our winner here tonight, Brandon Elvis, up in the broadcast booth. Another victory here on the WD Broadcasting Network. This time it's in a modified. Didn't think I'd be saying that this season, but winner here at IRP. How do you feel?
Hey man, there's a trend when the races are caution filled, I end up front somehow. That was fun. The laps we got to run. I was just starting to get a little impatient, and luckily I kind of jumped James on that restart, a single file restart, and pushed him real hard. And I don't know if it made him miss a gear or it kind of rattled him a little bit, but I was able to pull it down at the start finish line and slide her off into one there and take the lead. That was about all she wrote there.
Yeah, there was James said, if you have a lot of restarts, you're bound to mess one up, and luckily you were pitch perfect on those restarts in the 2nd spot. You were able to get by them in turns 1 and 2. It would have been nice to see you, James, and Zach all battle for the lead there. You guys all had a lot of speed, and I think it would have been a great race between you 3, but nonetheless, a great race for you in the 54 machine. Another victory here on the WD Broadcasting Network. Who do you have to thank for sitting in victory lane?
My wife for letting me do this. Can't thank her enough, you know. Been kind of absent, kind of rusty behind the wheel here with the Thanksgiving break and everything. But yeah, my wife, Chestnut Hill Restaurant, Burials Performance and Fab, Coleman Design, Justin Coleman for keeping these cars looking fresh. My teammates are Elvis Coleman Racing, Coastal Performance, and WD Broadcasting Network, and Winston, you for putting on this league.
Yes, sir. Hopefully we can get some better racing next week and throughout the rest of the week. But nonetheless, Brandon, congratulations to you on another victory here. And hopefully we can talk to you later on this week and you can have a couple more good runs.
Yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to the mods at Langley next week. So should be a good one.
All righty. Well, congratulations to you on your victory here tonight. And we'll talk to you later.
Thanks, brother.
Yep. All righty, folks. That was your winner here tonight, Brandon Elvis. Apologize for the racing product that we put out here tonight. Not what you want to see and not what the Leave the Pack iRacing League is supposed to be known for. We're going to try and fix that before next week, and hopefully we can get some better racing at the Langley Speedway. But nonetheless, thank you guys for tuning into the WD Broadcasting Network. I do apologize once again about the stream issues that we encountered here tonight. Not quite sure what the issue was, but we'll try and get that figured out before tomorrow night. And yeah, tune in tomorrow for the Leave the Pack Late Model Series right back here at the Indianapolis Raceway Park. Hopefully we can have a good race there. But nonetheless, Winston Neal, your host, signing it off here from the WD Broadcasting Network.